And hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Rantz on the Tottenham Supplements, the group channel for the group, of course, Tottenham Supplements. Hope you're all in the group and enjoying what we're doing and contributing as much as you can. This is Crisandro, of course. My Twitter handle at CRISANDRO_. Hook me up if you like to learn and talk about all things Spurs, as it were. And of course, my partner in crime, Shubes, on your line. Let me know how you're doing, mate.
I'm good. So my Twitter handle, it definitely is not at Emmerdale. My Twitter handle is at the real Shubes. And so it's going to, obviously kind of giving away a little bit, but as some people may know, we did Mission Not Impossible, Mission Improbable. And but it's always strange because obviously Amsterdam is Ajax are technically we helped set up both Ajax and Barcelona, and we did. Historical facts, we did actually help. Vic Buckingham, ex-Spurs player, member of the 55 push and run side. He helped create Tiki Taka and obviously, the seed of total football Tiki Taka. But we're going to have to be thankful to PSV. PSV. I can't do it.
That's Dutch accent is coming along very nicely.
PSV. It's like I'm listening to Deutsche, but I don't actually know any Dutch, therefore I can't actually say anything in Dutch.
Partly Netherlanders?
I can't even do that. So, but no, I mean,
it
was just. I mean, I got to ask. I mean, I was watching it, and then for me, I don't know. Did they put loads of water in their pitch? Because everyone seems to be falling over all over the place.
Oh yeah, that got my nerves as well. I think I even commented. Somebody actually laughed at me. I don't know if I actually caught it on the video or not, but I might have edited it actually. But I literally said to the guy next to me, they should be getting new studs in the morning because what they're doing out there is really ridiculous. And he literally wet himself laughing. It's like the funniest thing he ever heard. I was like, okay, calm down.
Yeah.
But literally every single player was just slipping away. I don't think that's what caused Carl Walker-Peters to slip, and he was kind of unfortunate. I do feel for him. But there's so many slips. Kane slipped, I think, twice.
What's different? I mean, Semedo, literally couldn't keep his balance, and he had to hold on to Lucas's shorts. Or maybe he was getting ready for Grinder. I don't know because he was. I caveat. I don't know.
Well, allegedly. I think we should put out there. Allegedly, I said
maybe, yeah, because but it did feel. I mean, obviously, I know because I don't know how much. Obviously, I've never been to the Nou Camp, but I mean, I know at St James's you're really up in the gods when you're at the Nou Camp. At St James, were you like that for the Nou Camp, or were you really up in the gods?
Twice the height, I would say, and that long walk.
You could see like that cathedral then, La Gradia, whatever that thing's called then.
I could see Portugal from where I was. But it was just the walk up to the top. That was a killer. It wasn't stairs. I mean, if it was stairs, I'd be absolutely hurting at the end of it. It was just like a slope, like a little carousel type of slope, all the way from the bottom to the top. And that was just a lot of walking. And it was like manna from heaven when I managed to get to the top. And I'd have to take my coat off as well because I was sweating like I don't know, not like the proverbial, really. And that was just.
Speaking of pigs, apparently they were hitting you quite. They were pretty much. Is that why they were helping you to help you like motivate you like mush, get up that hill, mush. Mush.
But that's the weird thing. I mean, we saw those batting charges by, well, I thought they were police because literally you'd expect it will be the police that'll have batons, but apparently it was actually stadium security, which is kind of odd.
Oh, so basically, I wish I could have been there. Cause I'd love to actually. I don't know, because I would have, wouldn't have minded on the way back just having a little one to one of those. Because if it was a copper, there's no way I would twist or anything.
Exactly. That was the weird bit.
I think I could disarm them one of the batons, and wonder how Spanish fencing versus Carly Screamer. That would have been interesting. But no, I don't understand it, because when I was watching it, obviously I saw there's a video. There's a couple of videos doing the rounds, and I couldn't hear the audio, so I don't know if something was said. But I don't know. Obviously, you saw how the other great ambassadors from West London, how they, you saw how they travelled abroad, and you didn't hear anything about batting charges or anything. And let's face it, if there's a fan base that doesn't need a good battening,
it's those lot.
Yeah, but I digress. But no, I don't know. But like I said, it did seem, but obviously I don't speak much Spanish, and I don't know what they would be saying.
Well, that's what Catalan mostly, but yeah.
Or Catalan. I mean, they, maybe they were saying "que" or Manuel. I don't know, but I don't know. But all I could hear was Spurs fans literally. I don't know, I don't know. I'm guessing there are a lot more Spurs fans in there than the official 5,000, because I could hear some serious noise. I mean, I don't know, is it 95,000 the Nou Camp can hold?
I think it's just under 100,000, yeah. And it wasn't really full in terms of Barcelona fans, wasn't it? I think they were in around about 60,000 Barcelona fans there, 65,000.
Well, yeah,
and the rest of it was
formality for them, really. And then there was nothing on the line for them, really. And
true.
Once the rounds like Messi, it wasn't going to be in around. And imagine all the tourists probably just throw their tickets anyway.
Pretty much, and so it was literally 5,000 Spurs fans in the main area, and then probably I would guess, by judging by the celebrations, I saw maybe around about 1,000 dotted in the neutral zone in the area. So there were Spurs fans pretty much in every pocket of the stadium. The good thing about Barcelona is there's no ultras, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the game's been done to death. I mean, we can talk about it, but it was just, literally, for me, what I was looking at was literally when as soon as we obviously I saw the Morgan go in, and then also I was flicking back and forth between Spurs, because even though I've got the goal alert system, I wanted to see how much limit, what are they doing? Because I gotta say, I mean, Chucky Lozano from PSV, I think I don't know, maybe because he scored against us, I think, and he scored against obviously off the Tobiera, and I didn't see their first goal, but they really, they could have literally decided, we're going to tank it. I think the fact that they're doing so well in Holland, I think they really wanted to say, look, let's just finish this. I mean, I don't know whether, obviously, I think Ajax and Bayern Munich played the next day. I think they really wanted to finish the game with pride. I don't think they wanted to. I think they had 1 point. I think, and that was against us.
Yes, that's true.
And I don't think they really wanted to have I think they just didn't want that. I mean, it's humiliating enough. You're not going to go into the Europa League anyway. But the fact that you're on 1 point, I think the Dutch are pretty much a very proud nation anyway.
Yeah.
And so I think there was a bit of pride in there, and I think. So no, I must admit. So they're on my they're on my Christmas card list, and we'll be grateful to PSV. Who knows? Maybe I'll buy something from Philips or something. Say thank you.
Well, the thing is with PSV, the thing is with them. I mean, although they finished going into that game, they were just on 1 point. They didn't play like a team who were really, really that bad. Although a lot of people are saying they're the weakest team in the group. They still their forward line caused a lot of problems, and they know how to defend as well. They just have to really, really unpick the lock, which is why it took us till late to actually come back from a goal down against them at Wembley, and why they were so plucky in the first game. But Inter Milan found really that they weren't that easy to break down, and so as soon as I've just seen the highlights. Actually, I was watching it about 10 minutes ago. And sort of made a huge mistake for Lozano's goal. Then there was a left back that lost the ball in a very critical area. So that goes in, you know that PSG are just going to like sit back and try and hit them on the counter, which is what they kind of did. And they could have gone 2 or 3-0 up before Inter Milan equalised.
Yeah.
So they're a good side.
It wasn't for the KWP era. I mean, ironically, I don't think. Obviously, I mean, when you look at the Spurs versus Barcelona game, we were literally getting punched drunk basically because they were just all over us, you know.
In theory.
In the first game, they were killing us. The first game.
That's what I mean, in theory.
But in the second game, it did look as if we didn't have any, not fear, but even when our heads went down, I mean, you should see Kyle Walker-Peters looked absolutely distraught because obviously it's such a high pressure game. He's such a young lad, you know. And I sort of to see Danny Rose pick him up, say, look, let's just get on with this. There's a real teamwork there, which I haven't seen from Spurs. I don't think I've seen ever. I haven't really seen that. I mean, it definitely wouldn't happen on Sherwood. It definitely wouldn't happen then.
No, definitely. The first goal goes in, then we lose 4-0.
And I just think there's a mentality, but I think there's something. I mean, Danny Rose, I mean, I've been giving him not a lot of shit, but I've been saying that, you know, he doesn't look the same player. He's had the injuries. Has he lost that yard of pace? But he did seem to, I mean, obviously, but Barcelona, they're not their best fullbacks. I mean, I don't know who the normal, I think it might be Semedo, but I don't know who the normal right back is, but there was a lot of joy that he found. His crossing wasn't great. I mean, he could have scored the winner. He could have laid on Lamella, whatever you. But I think, I don't know, it just seemed to be, I mean, for me, Moussa Sissoko, I mean, how that guy wasn't in the top 10 for the Ballon d'Or, I have no idea, because he just seemed to be absolutely everywhere. The energy and, I don't know, there seems to be, and this is the thing that I definitely, I was on a competing product, you know, the other day. But, you know, I mean, some people may have heard my voice, you know, my garbled London accent. But it was just the fact that, you know, he just seems to, I've always said that with Sissoko, he's a big, strong, powerful player, but with incredible speed. And if you can utilise that speed with that combination of strength, that's the way you get the best out of him. And it was like, because like I said, I've been to games. I think Chris will know who I'm talking about. Someone I used to sit near in the Paxton, and he would literally just slate players in minute dart. And that's what he'd do. And then he'd be surprised when players didn't want to take pictures with him. And it's like not they knew, but they could just kind of tell. But whenever you see him, he's always that happy smiling with the players. But the minute the players are about to turn, he's like slating them, all that kind of stuff. But I just thought the confidence was there, and you know, for me, Sissoko, I mean, to play it right, I mean, I actually felt that there was a theory that we should play him at right wing back because he's so powerful and so big. He doesn't have to redo that much. Just run up and down, as a certain king of the jungle once said. Just let him run around a bit. You know, he's got that ability. But no, obviously, I don't think you couldn't see I don't know if you saw the penalty shout for. I mean, Lucas.
Saw it.
You saw it. How the hell can you say if you're up in the god? Did you have powerful Hubble telescope binoculars or something up there?
It was a very obvious foul of him. It was that obvious I could see it from space.
Oh, so you could see it, but the referee somehow.
Yep.
So maybe host has a point. Maybe because I mean they're not sponsored, but they're not sponsoring UNICEF anymore. But maybe the referee's got a point there. You know. Maybe host has got a point. You know. But no, like I said, obviously, look, it's always going to be difficult to get like anything in Barcelona. You know, definitely. I mean, you mean if you're the referee, you're going to be literally lucky to get home if you don't give a lot of things to Barcelona's way. So you are wary about that. So I think to fighting 12 and to fight, it would have been obviously they may not be aware of the scores going on against they might have, they obviously having a half time they might have found out that PSG are 1-0 up. So therefore, but once Icardi and that guy, oh god, he just scores the most annoying goals. He just turns up. The thing is, I like it. If you see Mario Icardi, seen play for Inter, he is their Harry Kane. He is who they look to for salvation. He really is. But at the same time, you just think, how on earth are you not playing a much better team than Inter? And then you realise the reason why, because he's just anonymous. He doesn't do any of the link up play.
Mm-hmm.
He just literally just scores a goal and that's it. That's it. I've done my job. You know.
Yep.
But yeah, but like I said, it was just obviously because I was watching it and I was like, because I saw it was like 90. I don't know if you guys had your TVs in there or a little, obviously watching it on your phones, but I'm watching it there and I'm like thinking, oh, it's 95 minutes. Why is it? It's 4 minutes out of time. Why are they still playing the 96th minute? I mean, what the hell's going on? Have Inter knocked the referee or something? Obviously, such allegations are completely false and never would Inter or Barcelona think to knock the referees.
Well, who's to say? It happens a lot in Serie A. I mean, how many?
Properly, yeah. Oh, how very dare you? As you definitely know,
Yeah.
it was AC Milan and Juventus. But anyway,
And a couple of other clubs, but other than that,
other than that, no. But no, it was just like I said. It was agonising, and then obviously we didn't. I mean, the funny thing is though, it was so weird. I mean, here we are, winning, getting through to the next round of the Champions League. Yet for some reason, a North London side wins, does well, gets through to gets through to the next stage of the Champions League. They didn't do a lap of honour. I mean, surely when you win a game, you would do a lap of honour, right?
only in the home matches, I think. in certain postcode in N5, yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, that's why I'm so proud of having a manager like Pochettino. I mean, he's not. I mean, yeah, we may have celebrated a lot in the stands because it was Mission Impossible and everything like that. You see how calm he was when he came out after shaking the players' hands and then he stood in the middle of the pitch and he was applauding us. It's like he kind of expects this is where we should be, and I'm sure that's what he's imparting on the players. That this is our level and this is where we expect to be, and we expect to be going through, and we shouldn't be going out, and he's just taking it like.
It's not a case of we've never had it so good. When I came here, there were only 2 points from 8 games.
This is as good as it gets. It will never get any better. I think that's what a certain famous manager once said.
So what I was really impressed with, it was like, I mean, he really dared. I mean, playing Christian Eriksen, some of the passing he was doing. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of worried now because obviously Barcelona are looking for someone to replace Iniesta and Xavi, and why they went with Coutinho, who's definitely nothing like Iniesta and Xavi. It just boggles my mind.
Well, he causes a few problems. I mean, I think it's probably
no. But in terms of the style of play, I mean, he's not a playmaker the way our Prince of Denmark, i.e. Hamlet. By the way, that's the reason why I call him Hamlet.
Yeah, but you know.
Prince of Denmark. But no, he just like I said, he was just magnificent. I mean, he could have had. I mean, obviously, Harry. That they spotted the foul. Incredibly, the referee spotted that foul clearly. Didn't say anything else. But but like I said, I mean, I think Lucas managed to. I mean, for a player that jumps so high, how he manages to hit his own thigh, and then the goalkeeper just manages to get hold of that. But I mean, ironically, we could have actually won at Barcelona. I mean, that fills our players with such incredible confidence. If you can go to Barcelona and look
and dominate them,
and people will caveat, they'll say, "Oh, this didn't happen, this didn't happen." Do you know what? They're right. Messi didn't play. There was nothing on the line for Barcelona.
Oh, he did play. He came on in the 65th minute.
He came on, and at the end of the day, I mean, I mean, Ronaldo. Thank you for Ronaldo for trying to piss off, Messi, because that's what you want. You want to motivate Messi to playing you clearly, So.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, everyone's going to talk about saying that Barcelona's B team. I mean, I even watched Expression's video, and he said that a couple of times. I'm thinking, no.
Yes, a B team normally has about £280 million worth of Champions League on there.
Exactly, that's one hell of a B team.
I know. I mean, Ousmane Dembele is one of those most. It's so weird. I mean, here's a player that he went from. I think he went for 15 million or something to. Borussia Dortmund, Borussia Dortmund, and then within a year or 2 years, they were selling for 105 or 120 million.
10 times the money,
10 times the money, and I'm not surprised they got rid of him because, as skillful as he is, I mean, apparently he turned up. He didn't know when to turn up to training, which I'm thinking, you've got an agent. Do you know what I mean? You've got an agent. You've got an assistant. Their job is just to tell you. They'll create the alerts on your phones if you need it. Do you know what I mean? They'll drive you to wherever you need to be. But no, it's just, I mean, and because he wasn't one of the stars for France in the World Cup. He played obviously for France in the World Cup. But he's one of those players you think, if you could harness your potential, you would be... He's
still young enough to do it.
He's still young enough to do it, but it's like, I don't know, I mean, they're talking about, I mean, I don't know, we might go off track here a little bit, but I can see why Harry Kane has done so well, because in some respects, because he got the late bump, you know, he was able to really appreciate it, but B, his body didn't get those injuries. So yes, he's getting injured, but you see players that play from such a young age at such a high level, guys like your Kieran Dyer, Michael Owen, even Craig Bellamy, they did develop those injuries because their bodies weren't allowed to rest. You know? So although there's an argument that players should be playing, I mean, I'm nicking this from Sky, from Craig Bellamy. He's actually, I'll give him his credit. He's always been very kind to Pochettino, and considering the colossal assets, Burks they have on Sky at times, he's actually quite reasonable, I think. You know? Yeah. But no, I just felt like, you know, you've got those players. I mean, you had Arthur. I think he was playing, and Arthur, he was very good against us at Wembley. Yeah. So, like I said, they had some good talented players, and Rakitic, who obviously he's never played at that kind of level or played at a World Cup final or anything like that at all. So, you know, absolutely. I mean, yeah, obviously the only thing I would have said was like Vermaelen. He's obviously, I mean, he's still playing at a decent enough level because I think they played him in the Belgium. He actually played for Belgium in the World Cup squad.
He did, yeah.
So he's definitely there. So he's not, may have those injuries, but he's still good enough to play. And so, like I said, I mean, hopefully, you know, as you face one claret and blue or dark blue. What are their colours? Is it
Blaugrana? Yeah, like Crystal Palace, but a bit more skill.
You know, oh, how dare you say that?
Palace are a brilliant side. What are you talking about?
Yeah. But yeah, we're facing another, kind of red and blue combination tomorrow. Yeah, claret and blue. I must admit, it was really weird. When years ago, you're gonna laugh because when I saw a whole bunch of years ago when I was studying in my accounts course. I was coming out of King's Cross, going all the way back to King's Cross Station, and I've seen a whole bunch of I'm thinking they're West Ham, they're West Ham guys in West Ham shirts, and then they're all smiling at me, like inanely smiling at me, and I'm like thinking, what the hell's going on here? I'm thinking, why are all these West Ham fans down there? Because I couldn't see their logos, I couldn't see it because obviously and it was just like I said, it is. So I remember because I was at Wembley last season, and I think I had a few drinks with some of the Burnley fans. And they were really nice, actually, in all fairness. And obviously they're having their troubles because obviously a lot of their, I think, was it Heaton? He's injured. And there's another lad, I forgot his name now, Nick Pope. He's injured. Yeah. So they're going to have to play with Joe Hart. I mean, let's face it. I mean, Joe Hart is obviously going to get a lot of tributes, I think, from the travelling Spurs fans, I think.
Well, it's a home game, so we'll make him feel welcome.
I'm sure we will.
Oh, yes. But, it is an interesting game. I mean, you want to come off the high, I know it's only a draw, but just the significance of it, especially as we could have beaten them as well, the kind of draw against Barcelona to then struggling against the Burnley side, who are struggling themselves. So it'll be interesting. I think it might make a few changes for that game, wouldn't he? Just to rest a few players. But
obviously, we have to play them lot across the road. Well, down the road anyway, from me anyway. But like I said, here's the thing: it's really weird because Burnley, they actually have to. Their marathon of games starts a week on Saturday against. You had to guess it had to be against Arsenal. So because everyone thought, I've seen some round things. You know what, Burnley, they may decide to ration their players, and because obviously they don't want to get, because they've got more important games against teams they're playing up against and down there. So they might decide to conserve their forces. Especially because I think they've got 2 away games in a row. Bizarre. I don't know how that happened. I can only think of the fact that this was meant to be, I don't know, maybe it was meant to be a home game for Burnley, and then we swapped it round. I don't know, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly.
But it was like I said, it just definitely. I don't see them because obviously their marathon doesn't start until the following week. So if they will rest players, it will be against Arsenal because obviously they have more important ties. On midweek against say teams which they think they might get a chance against. But clearly the depth. I don't know. It'd be interesting because Carl Walker-Peters. I definitely would look to start him again.
Yeah.
I think. I think. Just to give him some confidence, really, and plus the fact that we've got no one else to play there.
I think probably one of the best things that Pochettino did after that issue, which after that mistake which led to the goal, and then the subsequent passes which almost led to more mistakes, is that he didn't hook him off straight away. I mean, if you think about other managers of our glorious past, they would certainly have thought, okay, he's made a record for the goal, and he's made another bad pass, the crowd are probably getting on his back. Also, it's probably a good thing that the crowd were about 10 miles up in the air. They didn't actually get on his back as much as they could have done.
Yeah.
And gave him the chance to actually play his way back into confidence. And that's what he did in the latter part of the first half. And then much of the second half, he was first being pushed further forward and having Sissoko behind him kind of helps a little bit. So it kind of like took away that defensive responsibility. But he started playing well, getting forward again, getting back very well, putting in a few good passes and a couple of crosses as well. And I think he actually played his way back into confidence. And so, yeah, I'd agree. I probably would start him again against Burnley, so he can actually continue feeling that kind of good form. And at home, he's actually been playing quite well when he's been called upon, hasn't he? So I guess he will be trusted at home. So that should be fine.
Unusual, isn't it? I mean, like, imagine a player making a mistake. The manager, instead of like publicly having a go at him, he gives him confidence. It's like, wow. It's
almost unheard of. It's
almost unheard of. I mean, it's like basically Jose has his manual and Mauricio saying, well, screw that manual, I'm going to do it my way. Do it the complete opposite to you. And it's like, and obviously, Jose's way is working really well because wait a minute, we're third and they're not.
He did say that they will get to the top four by Christmas, so you never know.
Well, look, I would happily, if the way things are, I would happily have Man United finish fourth ahead of Arsenal, Chelsea. But because obviously, and people, because let's face it, Emmerdale does need an audience.
True say.
But no, like I said, I definitely think. I haven't done I've definitely looked at it. Maybe probably. But definitely, I think Danny Rose was going to play. I think Burnley and Lancashire. If it was another Yorkie club, I can imagine him being really even more fired up. But he actually is a Yorkie to do well against a team from Lancashire. I think he might be fired up for that. And
might love it. Yep.
And that's the only thing, obviously, because we have to play the old scum next week. So he's just managing that. I don't know, because obviously I think Davison Sanchez. I mean, I don't know if you saw. There was a really good video. I think Radio 1 did there was one. He's a young lad. I think he's got leukemia. They invited him up. Ledley King did the rounds with him. Davison Sanchez.
Okay.
It's really quite sweet, actually. I mean, obviously, part of it is obviously PR, but it is nice the club can do something for its community. I mean, obviously, Jan was out of North Middlesex, handing out gifts, and let's face it, I mean, considering the North Middlesex, I'm surprised he didn't come away with an illness. But like I said, we are,
allegedly, for everyone out there, the North Middlesex Hospital is a fantastic hospital, of course. And
I have to say that I live around it. I live around the corners. Therefore, I can't let me say anything bad. But I have to go past it, and let's face it, it's not as if I have when I have my, not as if I request to have appointments. Literally, our hospital's like 8 miles away from where I live because I think the North Middlesex is so competent. But but my grievances at NHS aside, no, I definitely do think no. Like I said, I think I personally feel that we're going to basically, this is where we are at that prime now. Our players have had their injuries, their bodies have had, obviously you don't want to get your players injured to get their rest. But now I think we are primed, and I think going into this Christmas, obviously it's incredible because we play the North London derby, the League Cup. Then we play Everton, go away to Everton. Then we have Bournemouth on Boxing Day, and I think it's Wolverhampton Wanderers on the Saturday afterwards. And I can't remember who's then Cardiff on the on New Year's Day. I mean, that's going to be. I'm not saying we've got easy league cards because obviously Everton, they are capable side, and obviously you've got Bournemouth who are doing well, Wolves who have had spits and spurts. I think Neves will be back by then. Obviously he will of course be back by then.
And they're coming off the back of a fantastic victory over Chelsea as well, aren't they? So
so it's I said
they've got the confidence.
we're not playing any mugs, but I do think that it'll be interesting. I think hopefully we can get into obviously. I'm not saying we'll sack off Burnley, but I wouldn't mind. I mean, for me personally, I wouldn't be aghast having, say, Llorente starting when having Lucas and Lamela as close as possible to him and playing.
Actually, I would like to say that Llorente did very well against Barcelona as well. Kept their defenders busy, and that helped a lot in us getting that goal. So, yeah.
And I just think personally, I would actually start with Llorente and Lamela and Lucas and just say, look, let's just keep them occupied because they're defensively, they're not the same Burnley. I mean, last season they were fantastic.
Last season they were awesome.
Was it Ben Mee, Tarkowski? Everyone thought, oh my God, they're going to lose. You felt kind of sorry for Burnley because Keane was doing really well. Then they had to sell him. Then Tarkowski came along, and I think they have struggled a little. They've had the Europa League and everything else. And then obviously the World Cup hasn't helped them either because obviously I think Tom Heaton went to did he go Tom Heaton or Nicky Pope went to
I can't remember.
But I know they also had that they had that. So I think generally but and like I said Burnley, I don't know if they've won their last game or not. I'm not too clued up, but Sean Dyche is a manager I do respect.
They beat Brighton actually in the last game.
Yeah, they played Brighton. They draw or they win or something.
They won 1-0.
They won 1-0. So Brighton's was it away at Brighton or was it at?
It was at their place.
Was that their place? Cause, that's the thing is that they had at Turf Moor last season. They had a really good record until we actually spotted that.
So we won there, yeah.
But no, I think they are. I mean, Sean Dyche doesn't get the respect I think he deserves. I do have a lot of respect for him as a manager, and definitely. Again, I think, for me, my lineup would be obviously Hugo in goal. I'll go. I mean, I don't know. Eric Dyer, he didn't. Okay, did he come on? I don't think he came on. Did he against Barcelona? I can't remember. I don't think he did. No, he didn't.
No, I don't think so. No.
So I think I would actually go with a three at the back. Play your full backs, and I actually would have. I don't know. I actually would know whether I play Ericsson, Dele, or Holy Trinity. Or Holy Court, or Fab Four, Fantastic Four. I actually have Lamela and Lucas because what I like about Luke, it was in my imagination. I did Lamela elbow Coutinho in the head.
Might have done.
Allegedly, I swear, allegedly, because it did look. He is. I don't know. I think he's taken the role of being our Sergio Ramos. A bit too. I don't know who we're going to get in the thing, but I can imagine if Lamela and Ramos get. Obviously. Because now Dembele, I don't know if Dembele's going to be back or not, but I think maybe Dembele's a little gift, to him. Said, you know what? I pass to you when you come on against Real Madrid. You will start a fight with Sergio Ramos. I can imagine that actually happening. I can imagine that actually happening personally. But no, Lamela, I'd actually play like a 3-4-3, and literally for me, I would just be telling like Toby and Dyer and Jan just to keep pumping it, just. Not playing it like Wimbledon, but literally, because there's no way,
I don't think we know how to do that.
Well, I don't think we know how to do it either, personally, but I think Llorente is such a big guy and just look to play to his strengths. Just get it into the box, get it early, and I'm not sure who I put in that midfield though, because we are so short of numbers there. I mean, I don't think I'd not skip. I mean, he's a good player, and he's actually he's a lot stronger than you realise. I mean, because everyone thinks you have to be like a big bruiser or something, but Kante's sort of 5'9". He's not a bruiser, but he just knows where to be. That's the reason why he looks to be, And I think Skip's got that really good decision making, but I think it's a bit too soon to put him in. Maybe for me anyway. But I don't know. I think Sissoko goes in that midfield,
Of course.
And I think obviously he's a Ballon d'Or nominee really. So no, you can't start him. And I think I put in Winks there. I think we did bring him off. I think.
Yeah.
So I think Winks and
No, he
Sissoko.
came on, didn't he?
No, Winks
No,
came off.
he went off. Yeah,
He went off. So I would actually go Winks, Sissoko, play a 3-4-3, and just have Rose and actually no, would it be Rose? No, it wouldn't be Rose, would it? It would be probably
Well, Davies.
Davies, yeah. I think for me personally, I think Davies is better actually playing, even though he's not as aggressive as say Danny Rose is. I think he's just much better when you tell him just stay up that side of the pitch, just go a bit further up. And I think because he doesn't have to run as much, as if he would be in say a back four. And I'd actually go for a 3-4-3.
Yeah, because that's what you've got a third defender, and he doesn't have to worry about that defensive side too much. Then so that's cool. And
plus, we can always switch. I mean, we can always go like Dyer because obviously, that's one reason I do miss having Dyer in the midfield. Is that when Dyer's in that midfield, he obviously he allows us to play three at the back straight away because he can slot back in, but then he can also go back into midfield. Yeah. But that's what I really like about that. And so obviously without him there, but that's one of the good things. I don't think he's a good centre back as a two. I don't think he's anywhere near as good a centre back. Then three, I think he's definitely more of a midfielder, but he's definitely as a third.
He is now, yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely now, yeah. But as a third centre back, he's someone that I put in there in a pinch. And they got good players. And Chris Woods is a good player. Ashley Barnes is someone. Oh, I think, do you know what? If we need to get someone English as a battering ram, I'll go back to Barnes. I think he is someone that I do think he'll get you a few goals a season. And that's the homegrown thing, but definitely, I'm hoping to get sadly I won't be able to go to the game. My gym addiction, as you call it, has to be fed. And I'm actually taking a few visitors around doing a little tour of North London.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so I'm giving them a little tour, and then I just basically have to, cause after my leg day, I need to ice the crap out of my leg afterwards, because therefore that's the reason why I won't be able to show them around. I'm meant to go to Burnley, which was the same. Really, I'd like I said, obviously, if the game was at White Hart Lane, I could easily have gone, but there's just with the traffic as well on a Saturday, especially with the run to Christmas, everyone going to Bretton Cross.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It's just but like I said, hopefully, but
because I won't be able to go either because the whole Wembley issue and refunds and tickets and stuff like that is just getting on my nerves now. So I mean, just go to the
and as you saw, that's the thing. We have to announce by the end of January to the UEFA where that game will be. Because I think is it the last week of February, the third rounds, the knockout stage? Is it the last week of February? I know it's in March, isn't it? It's in March.
I mean, the Champions League.
Yeah, Champions League. I mean, is it the last week of February, the first few weeks of March? I can't remember.
I think, first weeks of March.
First few weeks of March. So we have to announce that by January. So the fact that's how we'll know we're not, because if they can't get the stadium ready open for that game in March, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we won't play there at all this season.
We don't want to play there all the season. And I wonder who's been saying that. I wonder what local yokel has been saying that.
I think we both have, haven't we?
Well, yeah, but I'm the yokel, with my accent. Really.
So I'm like ukulele, so you can't really claim that yet.
But no, like I said, I think it will be definitely. I've been saying it for ages. I think it's better to get everything right, and therefore once we go into the lane, into New White Hart Lane or Tottenham Stadium, I'm not going to call it Tottenham Stadium. It's the lane, New White Lane.
The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium looks great on branding.
Yeah, so far it's a bit of a mouthful. I think it's just a new lane. But no, what's I call it? It's going to be. Like I said, if it does happen, I would like, obviously for me, because I live around the corner, given the way where I live. But
you only live
round the corner. Live round the corner. Yeah, especially yeah. Well, to be honest, we'll be doing that to Man United fans when they turn up in January.
Certainly. Yeah,
because let's face it, we'll a lot of them will be sharing their journey back on the A406 back to Essex anyway. Although Surrey's a bit of more of a mission, though, I must admit, from Tottenham.
True.
But no, like I said, they are travelling up north, But,
quite literally,
Yeah, but like I said, no, I definitely think, like I said, to get through with the fact that we've not bought anyone, I don't see us buying anyone. I mean, Who knows? I think the only way we'll buy anyone realistically is if we sell. I mean, for me, the only way that happens, I think, we buy anyone is if
we're not selling, so don't put that idea in their head.
I think Dembele. I don't know because I think now the fact that Inter Milan can't play against us, I don't know. Do they even have the money now to pay for him now? Because it's not as if because they've really struggled. I mean, one of the reasons they haven't done as well in the Champions League as they could have done is that they haven't been able to. They were under really strict FFP rules. Could you imagine fudging the FFP rules and getting caught for that? Could you imagine?
I don't think people actually got caught for that. I thought if you just kind of like spend more money than you have, or money that doesn't even come from how you generate. You just literally just show your teeth to UEFA, and the UEFA like, okay, then just don't do it again.
Are you saying that UEFA would ignore money laundering, which is a criminal offence?
I'm not saying that at all. I'm just drawing a diagram right now to illustrate that point. I'm not saying it. I'm just putting it down on paper.
or virtual papers, because no, we're on a podcast, mate.
Oh no, right. I'm drawing it right now. I'll put it on the group.
Okay, and that extremely potentially litigious thing is being done by Chris. Nothing to do with the first mate here. Skipper's doing that. Nothing to do with the first mate.
I'll even put a smiley face on it so that UEFA will just think it's a joke.
Yeah, because I'm in the dinghy. So when you throw your salvos, I'm in the orange dinghy. When the guy's in the yacht, you aim at the yacht. Don't aim at the dinghy. The dinghy's nothing to do with this. You know?
I'm gonna just name my yacht Etihad. That might actually work. Keep UEFA off my back.
But no, like I said, I mean, it's not as if. I mean, let's face it. Obviously, our club's is more lily white than lily white. Because clearly, it's not as if because we've ever done anything dodgy ever.
No,
I think that's the reason why.
Got those 12 points back, eh? Anyway,
like I said, I think that's the reason why no one's actually mentioned this. Because I mean, for those of you who don't know, I actually am an auditor by training, and failure to report any kind of money laundering suspicions or anything like that is a criminal offence. So maybe as part of my ethical duty, I should probably report this to to OFAC. Just say, by the way, do you know what? I think they're guilty of money laundering, and maybe they don't do it in dollars, because if they do it in dollars, and that is actually quite serious. Actually, if they are doing it in dollars, which I wouldn't be surprised. If OFAC get there, because let's face it, that's the reason why OFAC got involved in the first place, the FBI, and the whole FIFA thing, because it was done in dollars. That's the only reason they even cared about it. A lot of money laundering is done in dollars. That's the reason why they got involved. But that actually is true, and you can see that on very, very credible websites. Whenever I talk about those things, that actually is true. That actually has happened. People have been arrested, and all kinds of people are under indictment. So therefore, I better be careful what I say, just in case, because But these are active cases, but they're in other jurisdictions, therefore I can talk about them. But
of sorts, yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, no. But I said I don't know. It'll be interesting. But like I said, hopefully we play Burnley. I'm going for a 3-4-3, and hopefully Skip will come on for half an hour to go, and because he's blooding the youngsters pretty well. And like I said, hopefully, I didn't actually see I forgot to record the game when we played against the Barcelona youth team. But I know he won 2-0. I missed their game. So, but Parrott, I mean, because he looks. I don't know if you've seen him or not, but he looks massive compared to the other kids.
He does.
So I don't know whether it's like he's doing well because he's so much bigger than the other kids, But for a 16-year-old, I mean, if that's the size he is now, imagine what it will be when he's 18 or something. Still got another 2-3 years more, left.
I've just got this weird image now of a Wayne Rooney type looking plan with Parrott on the back of his shirt. I just kind of I don't know if that look good or not, but he's kind of big for his age, and if he fills out, then blimey, there's no stopping him when he gets running.
Hopefully, I said they'll manage it. But like I said, I mean, I'm going for a 3-4-3. Hopefully, I mean, obviously, I don't know what happens with fitness and come back. Hopefully, because I never thought I'd be missing one voice. You know what I mean? And David Sanchez, it's almost as if Pochettino and the Spurs recruitment people know what they're doing.
Bloody hell! Don't spit it out too loud, because
Well, no, I mean, let's face it. I mean, stuff when you play like GK and Kudu and Vincent Janssen, and they're only there just to play Uno with the rest of the Spurs players, then I think that obviously makes a bit of a difference. But like I said, you are going to have more. I mean, I said, who knows? Maybe GK and we've seen with Sissoko how he's been transformed. and just having that confidence. And I think playing him in his five positions, I think we were trying to play him in the Mella's position as an defensive wing, and he hasn't got the skills for that. And I don't think I'm being wrong saying that he hasn't got the skills in the end product for that. But I think, not yet anyway, but I think he will develop that. But as a powerful, runner,
he's a centre midfielder, isn't he?
He's
so
a midfielder.
Taking him on the wings, that's just going to stunt him a bit. So,
well, I think he can play there as a pinch. I mean, I think he's got the ability. If he's playing as a right wing back,
he can take the game forward, but he's willing to put a cross in. That's not really his part of his game.
It's not very far to go. But to be totally fair, that's neither of our wing backs really do that, apart from Trippier, really. Neither of our wing backs, and maybe Davies. And it is a real skill to. I mean, let's face it. I think the only player I've ever seen that did that consistently was Cafu. Had the ability. Cafu from.
Cafu, all right.
Yeah, he was the only one that ever was able to get up and down that wing and put consistent balls in the box, and that was because he played in Italy, where he had the speed advantage over quite a few of their players. In the Premier League, you haven't got that. I mean, people will talk about if you ever look at, say, I think I've mentioned this a few times, but there's a moment, was it De Bruyne hits a ball in, a running ball first time in, beautifully. Now, there are very few players of De Bruyne's technical skill that can do that. So it's a real skill to put a ball in. Like, I mean, Anderson, you remember his crossing when he would run and put some really good crosses in. That's a real skill to put that. I mean, people forget Anderson was a big guy. He was 6'2". I mean, I've met him. He's a huge guy. Absolutely. I didn't realize how big he was until I actually met him. And, like I said, hopefully Trippier will be back or Sergio Aurier will be back from the Fulham derby. And then hopefully, like I said, if we can win that, I don't know. Obviously, I think the League Cup semi-finals are in January, in like the first week of February, aren't they?
They're usually around my birthday, so around about late January. The semi-finals.
So late January, and obviously then it'll be at the end of February for the League Cup final if we get through to that. But the
League Cup finals usually in March.
Is it March? Yeah, late February, March. So I think, like I said, it's hopefully we will be seeing some movement. But I don't know. For me, I personally think it'll be in the summer. I personally think we're going to be looking at some people like Maguire and Chilwell.
Get the English quotient up.
Just get our homegrown quotient up because we haven't got enough. I mean, like I said, we've got. I think the only thing I think we will be obviously if Dembele goes, I think that allows 1-5 to come in. I think Michel Vorm they'll move on because I think people have a go at Michel Vorm, but I think he's been a solid servant to the club. I think he's stepped in when he's needed to. But I think as a third goalkeeper, it's just a waste of a homegrown slot. I think it really is. And I just think, you're better off. I think if we do, I think, say, Wanyama, I think he'll get loaned out because he's had so many injuries. I mean, I think he's Sandro Marto. I think the injuries have really done him. I'd like to be proven wrong, but injuries, when you are that kind of physical, I mean, I say you were at the Palace game that I was at, and thankfully you didn't say hello to me at. He wasn't putting his foot in. I don't think, and I know his injuries, now he's injured again. I just think personally, you're better off loaning him out, let him get his fitness, and then hopefully try and intro him back into the squad and see where we go from there. But like I said, I think
it is kind of odd though with the play of Wanyama's strength and stars. I don't think we've actually missed him.
Oh no, but in terms of like these are like against Burnley, these are the games you'd want him back for. And also it's interesting, like Dembele and Wanyama, who was just such a pivotal part of our title challenge, which I think in any other year we would have won the title. I mean, 87 points. Yeah. That's a lot of teams that's you can win points of that. You can win titles of that, It's just that one year Chelsea had an even better season than we did. But
they had to play one tournament, didn't they?
Don't be bitter. Don't be embittered.
No, I'm all good. I'm just thinking that they can be as loud and as mouthy as they can, but they only played one tournament that season, and then since they had to play more than two, look where they are now. But,
I know, I do. My heart does bleed. That being said, though, and I'll probably get played for it, but I must admit, I'm hoping that Sarri can be like a noble rival, because I must admit, I was watching him on Football Focus, his story, and I must admit, I did feel a bit of not admiration for the guy, but you do feel like, you know what, he seems a lot more likable than, say, I don't know, guys. I mean, obviously he plays for, obviously manages a horrible club, but he did seem like a likable. It's like Zola. I mean, when I see Zola, I always smile. Even though he played for Chelsea, I always honestly, if I hadn't met Zola,
like
I actually honestly, I was a huge fan of him at Parma. Loved the guy.
Yeah,
And
those years, I remember that.
those years, and I'd have to, even though he may be a Chelsea legend, he is. I'd have to have a picture with him because I'm such a huge fan of him as a player for Parma. As a person, he always seemed quite likable. You know.
Yeah, I guess he was cool. Still a Munchkin, though.
So obviously, we're obviously going to be doing. Obviously, you'll be doing your away day diaries for. Not away days. That's a trademark. Your away journey to. I don't know. I just realised because are you going to be staying up that day? Because obviously, for those who don't know, Chris lives pretty far away from
in the same country, yes, but there's a bit of a journey.
It's a bit of a mystery. I'm just thinking British Rail. As those our foreign listeners may not know this, but we have a very wonderful public transport system called British Rail. Oh, no, not British Rail anymore, isn't it? Yeah, you know what I mean.
Rail now.
Yeah, Network Rail.
Once it's finished, it'll be awesome.
Once it's finished, if it does get finished, but as you know, like I said, especially around Christmas time, you know how expensive they are. So God, that's gonna be
if they're running at all.
If they're running at all. So for those, I mean, if you guys want to reach out to me, I normally watch it at the Old Man, but I might actually go down to the Outward Palms to watch it. So if you do want to watch it with me at the Outward Palms, just give me a shout and I'll watch it with you down there because I'll be doing a little bit. And those who don't know, I do little Tottenham tours. If you do come up, you're not from around the North London area, and we are, I'll definitely be happy to show you around, just drive you around a little bit and just show you a bit of, bit of Tottenham, Yeah,
it's not as scary as people think.
It is. It is.
I don't know. It's scary, but not as scary as people think.
Well, to be so fair, I live here, so I know where not to go. But like I said, it's it'll be. Like I said, if you're up, obviously until we're, while we're at Wembley, and if I'm not going to go down to any Wembley games, I'm going to be hopefully down for Bournemouth. I'm going down for that game, but like I said,
cool.
Because they're often available. It's weird. And who'd have thought on Boxing Day at Wembley, Yeah.
Because of Boxing Day. And I suppose my next video will be the League Cup game next Wednesday, isn't it? Where we take on Arsenal at what was the name of that stadium?
The shithole?
Ashburton Grove. That's the one. Yeah. That is a surprising to pronounce shithole. So we take on the Drayton Park Wanderers on that day, and I think a couple of you actually enjoy watching that video where I was with an old school friend of mine. She'll be going to that game as well, so you'll be able to hear her screaming again.
Hopefully we get the result this time. Cause it's weird though, because Arsenal, they really, I mean, obviously, I don't think they've got any. I know they played Burnley on Saturday afterwards, but they've really got to catch up in the league, just in the Champions League spots anyway. They after because incredibly they've fallen behind again. Weirdly enough.
Incredibly, you say? That's it.
I know they play Southampton, don't they? On
they play Southampton tomorrow. Is it tomorrow or Sunday?
Sunday. Is that away or at home? I can't remember.
Oh well, we're at home, so they'll be away. Okay,
so hopefully I said that, and this is that. I think his name is Ralph Rabbit Hutch. I think is that his name? Is that his name?
Hasenhüttl.
But there is actually a German coach called Ralph Rabbit Hutch. Seriously.
I don't know.
But I just think Southampton. I think for the first time, new manager bounce might actually work in our favour because I think his first game was away, wasn't it? When he took over, the guy from Red Bull Leipzig.
The first game away.
No, Southampton. His first game for them was away, wasn't it? Or was it at home? I can't remember.
What? You mean against us?
No, because obviously it was Kelvin Davis playing against us. I don't know, but like I said, I think he'll have had time with them, and hopefully, if he can get a result against the Goons.
I think because his first game will be against Arsenal, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because
they played before.
I think they have played. They played on the Saturday or something, but obviously he hadn't had a chance to really get his methods across. I mean, obviously still evaluating players, still getting one of the players. So, like I said, hopefully this actually new manager bounce might actually work in our favour because I think in Southampton, give them credit, they played well against us and they I don't know how the hell Jerry Armstrong, I played Jerry and the Pacemakers.
Jerry Armstrong. I was going back to them. Good player for us in the 1980s.
Yeah, but there was a player for them that he had no the goal at his mercy. Stuart Armstrong. Maybe it's his son or something, but he actually managed to sky it. I'm thinking, oh my god, that was an open goal. And literally where I was in the old Paxton end, I'm looking at that, thinking, how the hell did he miss that? So the goal's at his mercy. But I think Southampton can. I don't know anything about. I mean, I don't know who Mauricio Pellegrino was. I don't know because obviously he was there appointed. It didn't work out. And I don't know Mark Hughes. He's an odd one really because apart from say Blackburn, he's never really done that well, has he? And Wales, he's never really done that well. I mean, he did right at Stoke actually. For a couple of seasons at Stoke, he was doing all right, and then that tailed off. And then somehow after getting fired by Stoke, because he thought they get him relegated. Southampton thought, oh, we'll bring him in.
Well, he did save them with that one win in 12 games. Now they're kind of like struggling this season, and it's kind of sad to see, really.
Hopefully, Southampton will get their result against the Goons, and hopefully we'll have a double celebration this weekend.
Well, as long as Chelsea lose as well, I don't know who they're playing. I know they're playing, who are they playing? It will come to me, but yes. And also City. I want to see City get absolutely, but obviously that would happen. They're at home to, I wouldn't say, it's not Brighton, is it? Anyway, I have no idea.
Well, obviously the big game, obviously it's not us, it's actually
Liverpool, Manchester United.
Yeah, and I met him as a Liverpool fan. I'm going to put it down now. I actually think it will be a draw. I think host Mourinho will get a point to piss off the Liverpool. I think if it's on the
Jose Mourinho doing those and defending, is what you're trying to say?
I know.
Has he ever done that?
It's shocking, isn't it? It's shocking that he'll do that. But I think it's really weird. I think it's weird. Who knows? Maybe it'll surprise us because I think Gomez is out. Obviously, because this is also a Liverpool podcast as well. Gomez is out. Trent Alexander-Arnold's out. So you're playing Dejan Lovren. If you're not motivated to play strikers when you're playing Dejan Lovren, then there's a serious problem there, isn't there? You know.
They'll play strikers, but they'll probably be at right back. You know the way he likes to do it.
But yeah, obviously, reach out to us on Twitter. You obviously contact us on the Spurs supplement, and a message for those people that do add people to the Spurs supplement. Please add Spurs fans, because if you don't, I'm blocking anyone that basically isn't a Spurs fan coming in. I'm not even declining them, I'm just blocking them. So just know that.
And he's not kidding either.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but because as some of you guys do know, because basically it's like this. Yeah, you're going to fight the law, or the law's going to win on this one.
Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the podcast, and here's hoping we'll get the 3 points against Burnley, and we'll get to the semi-finals of the League Cup. It'll be a good 5 or 6 days, and we're hoping to chat to you all again from a very good position.
And here's hoping Macclesfield lose another game.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Macclesfield. Yeah, good luck there, Sol Campbell. I think you might.
Yeah, I know because he is a very great football mind.
He's told us, hasn't he? So he's told us enough times. So yeah, I guess I have to believe him at some point.
I'm sure once he gets fired, Maxwell will have a party. Yeah, Maxwell will have a party. Anyway, as always, reach out to us, and hopefully, we'll get the points, and hopefully this will be start of a very good holiday season for us. As always, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. You'll take care.
Take care now.